Well, hey everybody, welcome to the YouTube channel. I'm John Campia, and we're here to talk about Game of Thrones Season 7 season finale. I'm, of course, joined by...
Hey guys, Kaori
and by...
and Campia.
And we actually just live streamed us watching the show. I don't know why we did that, but
It was fun.
It was fun.
But it was fun. It was fun to do it. But this season finale was a beautiful cap on what has been a beautiful season of Game of Thrones and had everything I wanted from who would have thought that some of the best moments of the season would just be a bunch of people standing around in a circle talking.
Mm-hmm.
But that was beautiful and great. The stuff with Jaime, stuff with the mountain, stuff at the wall, stuff with Littlefinger, stuff with Arya.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just all fantastic. So, Anne, let's start with you.
I get to start.
Yay.
Some of the highlights for you.
Well, I mean, I think the last few episodes have been culminating to getting Cersei to believe that the Night King and the Whites and, you know, all of that exists. And so I was really afraid that that scene in the Dragon Pit wasn't going to play out the way we thought. Like John thought the White was dead or whatever, you know, dead.
Oh, because it was so quiet. I thought, oh my gosh, they're gonna open the box and it's going to be dead now.
So there were so many things that could have happened to make that scene not go right. And it did absolutely go the way you would want it. I mean, I loved that scene. You got all the key players in the same place and witnessing Cersei kind of just open her eyes to what's actually going on.
But what's scary is her eyes are open. She don't care.
Yes.
All she cares about is Lannister.
Yeah. And to your point, I think one beauty about the show is that all of these characters have stayed consistent with who they are.
Yes.
Jon Snow is very honorable this episode. You've got Littlefinger who finally got caught in his lies. And then you've got Arya and Sansa who are truly sisters, right? So just everybody kind of staying to it. And then Cersei, obviously, pretending that she was going to side with them and then deciding not to.
One of the big things about that whole thing about Cersei, you know, really conspiring is that once again, Tyrion got played.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the second time because this whole thing about, hey, I've got a great plan for attacking Casterly Rock and all that kind of stuff, that he got played. Then he just got played by Cersei again. He's going to start taking this very personally. I think he's going to start drinking a whole lot more.
And there are two parts in the show where she almost offed both her siblings.
Yeah.
Right? There were two key moments in the show. She
Yeah.
had a conversation with Tyrion, and then she had that conversation with Jaime. And I really thought Jaime was going to go in that scene. I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought he was dead. I really thought they were going to kill him. And then he called her bluff and he walked. It's like, oh my gosh. So now he's riding north alone. I want to know where Bronn is though. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Let's talk for a second though about, Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He finally had his moment.
Yes.
He found his proverbial balls.
Mm-hmm.
And when the other guy couldn't find his balls because he tried to knee him a couple times, and that was like his Hulk Hogan moment. Like when he started kneeing Theon in the balls, he was like,
that was pretty good.
He started psyching up. So good for Theon. And he had that great moment with Jon Snow, that conversation with Jon about, and he got that small sliver of forgiveness and redemption from Jon. I love the way Jon said, I can't forgive you for everything you've done, but for what I can, I forgive you. And it's like, that was such a beautiful moment. It was just one of my favorites.
And I think that moment was essential for Theon Greyjoy to react the way he did. Like, I am determined now to go save my sister.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it was Jon that gave him the guts and the conviction to go and do that, which was great. Let's talk a little bit more about that council scene, though, where everybody gathers. First of all, how long have we been waiting to see the Hound eye to eye with the mountain? It was so great to finally see that.
And the mountain is scary. I mean,
he's so big.
But if anybody could have, a normal conversation with him, it would be the Hound.
It's the Hound.
Yeah. And then the Hound also reuniting with Brienne.
Yes.
That was really interesting as well.
Yeah. Because it looks like the greatest love story in television may be over. Because it looked to me like Tormund died.
I think he
in
might
the wall crumbling.
still be alive.
Me too.
He was pretty high up on that wall. Like maybe you were saying maybe he was outside of the range in which the wall came down. I hope that's the case because I love that character so much.
And I want them to get together. But it was also really nice to see Brienne and Jaime talk.
Absolutely.
All those reunions. Bronn and Tyrion. It was just...
Bronn and Tyrion and Galahad. What's his name? Brienne's little squire.
Podrick.
Yeah, thank you. Him and his magic cock.
Yes.
Like Bronn and him have their reunions. Like, it was so great because it was for the first time. Like, we've seen some things happening this season, but like this episode, especially that scene, it's like we're seeing 7 seasons of this show now coming together. And it felt, as an audience member, I can only speak for myself, it felt so satisfying.
Yeah.
It just felt so good. And you forget about all these little side relationships, whether it's the Hound and Brienne of Tarth, or Brienne and Jaime, or what's his name? I keep wanting to call him Broderick, but
Podrick.
Podrick and Bronn, Podrick and Tyrion.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all these Hound and Mountain, and it's just, and of course Cersei and Tyrion.
Yeah.
It was just so great to see all of that come together. It was just a fabulous scene leading up to what Anne was mentioning a little bit earlier, when the Hound was going to open the box with the zombie in it. Remember, all the Hound did was touch the box before and he started going, yeah. He's carrying it, drops it, and makes no sound. I'm like, oh my God, all of that was for nothing. They're going to open the box and the thing's dead, and Cersei's just going to think it's another corpse. But they played it great because then he spills it over and it comes rushing out and nearly kills Cersei. It was great.
It was the most frightening face I've seen Cersei in all 7 seasons have. Like,
it was great.
She's always like fearless looking, but she looked like startled. So it did kind of make me sad that even after all that, she's going to determine herself to just go against them.
Oh, man.
I still don't know what she's thinking. It's like, I think Jaime laid it out pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
If we let this army of the North and the Walkers fight it out, whichever one wins is going to come kill us. Well, I've got 20,000 soldiers coming. No. Who cares? Yeah. Did you not hear him say that there's an army of 100,000 undead coming? Do you hear me talk about how our soldiers and no soldiers down here can fight Dothraki, let alone the Unsullied, let alone dragons? I mean, she's just being real stubborn.
It just shows that she is relentless and almost like sociopathic.
Oh, no, not almost.
Like, yeah.
Not almost. I mean, it was like full blown.
It's just so sad because even the one man that trusted her so much, she
and always had her back.
Yeah, she went behind his back.
I know, heartbreaking.
Yeah, and finally that kind of, I think, set Jaime free to be like, look, you're not the woman that I really want to love, you know?
But he's got issues now because he may ride off now and fight for them, but she's still carrying his child.
Yeah.
So that's going to cause issues for him next season. But okay, so let's now talk about the big thing, of course. Everything that they were making pretty clear this season, they put it all out on the table.
Boat sex.
Well, boat sex, but Jon's true identity.
Can I say that I'm really disappointed that he didn't get to find that out even a sliver at the end of the season. I really wanted that to happen because we got that element last season and we didn't get that element for him to be revealed this season. Yeah. So now we have to wait a year. And I just thought that it would be like the perfect ending to
well, but he may not have rubbed body parts with Dany if he knew, and they needed to end this because a lot of people were saying, here's the thing, a lot of people in making the predictions, I thought Dany was going to die this episode, so my prediction was dead wrong. But a lot of people were making predictions that, hey, she's actually going to be able to have kids. And with Jon foreshadowing, it's like, so you just believe a witch? A witch told you that? And that's good authority for you? She may now be pregnant with his kid. I mean, but anyway, so he is, as the way Bran put it, the true heir to the Iron Throne, which is weird because technically the Targaryen bloodline is a deposed bloodline. So he's not really the heir to the throne, but whatever, we'll just go with it. So he's the heir to the throne, not Dany. So is that going to cause issues with them?
I think they're trying to make it cause an issue, but at the same time, because Targaryens interbreed, I think it might work.
It might be all right.
Yeah,
right?
It might be all right.
And I think Dany in that dragon pit also saw again how honorable Jon is.
Oh yeah, he's the man.
You know, so for her, if she ever needed a successor, it would be Jon or their potential child.
Oh, you know who's not? Little creepy Tyrion. who's standing there. It's
That was weird.
But like you joked about it in the last show, but the only thing Tyrion didn't do is put his ear up to the door to listen to them bang.
You know what was missing? I was waiting for, so
Jorah.
Tyrion, yes, exactly. So Jorah coming behind Tyrion like, oh, it's happening, and both of them going to grab a beer to commiserate together. Yeah. I actually hadn't realized how much Tyrion had fallen for her until that scene happened.
I didn't think so either. I thought he just really respected her and believed in her.
Well, let's not forget, though, the season finale last year. I mean, he kind of put it out there. He loves her.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he has any unrealistic expectations. No. But I think he was standing there kind of like a little kid in the rain with a little balloon, and no one's letting him into the birthday party inside. Like that was Tyrion. That was my image of Tyrion. That poor little guy.
I know. But that scene of them having sex was, and the way that they played out unraveling to the audience and solidifying that he is the true heir. I thought that was like a beautiful, juxtaposition of them having the conversation, Sam and Bran, and then the sex scene happening. But I thought it was a great way to tell that story, right?
Yeah.
And then Bran actually seeing the wedding happen. And it's really nice.
And I'm glad he passed that knowledge to somebody.
Right.
At least he passed it on.
Right. Now really he's not the only one. Yeah, you're right.
But man, that wedding scene, how did that guy so much in love with his blonde hair become such a dick? I don't know. Maybe there's a story to that too. But okay, let's jump on then to the ending. Tormund standing up, just enjoying the crisp winter air, looking out on the landscape, and then out of the woods come the dead. It's like, oh damn.
More than just the dead, the dragon.
Yeah,
dead.
And the dragon dead takes down the wall that has stood for 8,000 years. Or however long the showrunner said it was. I think it was 8,000 years. It's gone. They just blow it apart. No problem. Just blow it apart. Now, some people might be saying, well, that's stupid. What if they never got the dragon? How are they playing? Well, remember, there was a siege on the wall before that nearly worked. And it involved also having giants. And he had like 3 or 4 giants there.
True.
They would have laid siege on the wall. It would have slowed them down, but eventually they would have got through. Jon Snow knew this. But it just so happens he's able to have his own puppy now that can rip down the wall by itself and just expedite things a little bit.
And they need to hurry up now.
Yes.
They need to hurry up before they get towards Winterfell and then they continue down south.
Absolutely. It's this now is the time where, they've been kind of doing these time jumps of people time traveling and getting place to place. Now's the time where I'm like, you guys got to get there right now.
Well, he's on his way. Jon is on his way back to Winterfell with some of the army they thought they were going to have.
Right.
Hopefully, they've mined a lot of dragon glass because they're going to need a hell of a lot of it. You're going to have dragon fighting dragon.
Yeah.
I wonder if Dany, like a lot of people, when I was making my prediction that Dany would die this episode, a lot of people were saying, I also think Dany's going to die, but not till next season. If that's true, and now I'm not so sure it's true, because now they don't really need Dany to die for Jon to really take the throne, but if that's true, I wonder if her own dragon is going to be the one. I wonder if she dies trying to reach out to her child, to her own dragon.
That would be really, really tragic. I don't want to see her die in that fashion if that happens.
I could see it happening, though.
Because it's so tragic.
She loves her children so much. Yeah, I could see that happening.
And it would make us hate the Night King even more. It's like...
the Night King on the dragon, by the way,
looks so
guys.
cool, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then the dragon breathing ice.
Yes.
Well, it was blue fire.
Yes.
Or blue fire.
Because that's what takes down an ice wall.
Right.
Is fire takes down the wall.
Oh,
so.
that was beautiful. I thought every element of this episode was beautiful. And I just wanted to mention the other, well, I don't know if you guys were as surprised as I was, but Littlefinger? I mean, a lot of you said in the comments that was going to happen, but I still thought that he was getting his way with the manipulation.
They really convinced the viewers that the Sansa and Arya are really like getting torn apart by the hands of Littlefinger. And what's amazing is I thought Littlefinger might possibly die, but not in that circumstance. Like where they get together and call him out. I love seeing the 3 siblings just going at it. Like,
my lady, forgive me. And the way I keep forgetting the actor's name, but the way he played that scene,
I want to say that too,
was so good and so convincing. See, I thought Littlefinger was going to die, but I did not think he was going to die this episode. I thought he was going to die like in the first 2 or 3 episodes of next season, and I thought maybe Arya would just have had enough with him and sneak into his chamber one night, kill 3 of his guards, and then all of a sudden kill him too. But it played out beautifully, played out great, and it ended with the 2 sisters standing on the wall together.
Yep.
And I think bad things are going to... I think Sansa might die next season. I don't feel... For whatever reason, I'm not basing that on anything, just got this rotten feeling about that. But look, the season was awesome.
So good.
I loved this season, and this was the perfect season finale. It does bug me still that it was only 7 episodes.
Only 7
and we only have 6 more left to go. And we got to wait a year for the next 6 episodes, which HBO's really drawn this out.
And the 80 minutes went by really quick.
Really fast, yeah.
Yeah.
But I swear I could have watched the full 80 minutes just of that council scene with all of them just standing around talking because of all the 6.5 seasons of baggage and them all like airing grievances.
So
like there, like it's like, holy crap, this is beautiful. I could have watched the whole thing on that, but it was just a breathtaking episode. So I don't know. Any closing thoughts, Kaori?
Any closing thoughts is I recommend you guys to rewatch all of the episodes again before season 8 hits. And it's
only 7 episodes, so it's not like it's a lot.
It's been a lot of fun doing this with you guys.
Yeah. And any closing thoughts?
I was just thinking, towards the end of the episode that the title I thought was going to be all about Dany and Jon, but really I think it's a foreshadowing for
what was the title?
Baby. Yeah, the dragon and the wolf. So if they did consummate, right, what's going to happen is they're creating that successor at this point. And
isn't that Jon, though?
That's Jon.
Since Jon is Stark and Targaryen, isn't he the dragon and the wolf?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But also potential for her.
I thought the title scene would be hot boat sex. There was some hot boat sex, and just brilliant episode.
Yeah,
everything from Theon's. They covered so many characters' bases. Like from Theon stuff and Hound and Mountain and Cersei and Jaime and Bronn and Jon and Dany and Tyrion and like it was such a well done episode, such a great way to end this. I mean, look, very, very few things will top last season's season finale. So I don't know that this season finale topped last season finale, but it was damn close. It was a high quality season finale. So listen, guys, what did you think of this final episode of season 7 of Game of Thrones? Also, the season in general. Jump down to the comments section below and leave your thoughts. While you're here, guys, make sure you take a second, click the subscribe button, become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. Game of Thrones is over, but I got a lot more TV stuff coming as all the shows are coming back now. So you're going to want to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. So thank you to the 2 ladies who've been joining me for this season of Game of Thrones. Kaori, where can people find you online?
You can find me everywhere on social media, KAORIOUS.
And Anne?
You can find me at Campia. At Anne Campia.
At Campia.
And Campia. And you can follow me simply at John Campia on Facebook and on Twitter. That'll do it for me, guys. Keep the conversation going. What did you think about all this kind of stuff? Did you think that maybe they saw my prediction that Dany would die and they changed the show at the last second? I think maybe that's what happened. Anyway, that'll do it for us, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. And until next time, bye-bye.